Hey y'all, it's Cindy Cobb with Around the Town in the South, and I am in Columbia, Mississippi, and I'm sitting here with Brandi Perry. Brandi is one of the 4 who created Backroads and Burgers. It's a blog. They promote food and places and things that are positive. I met Brandi on Instagram. I started following her, and I was just blown away with her love of what she does. I reached out to Brandi, and I said, I have to have you on Around the Town in the show because you do basically what we do. So welcome to Around the Town in the South.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. When you go to her social media pages, it'll blow you away because it's so much information. They go to a lot of places that you would never think to go to, you don't know about. She showcases a lot of really interesting, good articles on there. They are bloggers, but they also have a website, and I know that you're a writer too.
I am. I'm actually, I've published 5 novels as well.
Oh my goodness. See, I love learning about our Southern, you're an entrepreneur at heart. You love writing.
Right, yes ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about how Backroads and Burgers got started.
It was actually a complete accident. We had a group of 4 friends who every Saturday, every Sunday, we would get together and we'd basically say, we're going to flip a coin. We're going to see where we're going today. So east may be tails and west may be heads, and we'd flip a coin and we would generally just drive in that direction until we found something good to eat and something cool to see. And we did this for about 3 or 4 months, and people started saying, you probably need to start blogging about this. And we didn't think it was that big of a deal. And but we launched it in January of 2017, and it has blown us away, to say the least. So.
Wow, that is awesome. So over the 4, we just had lunch. Where did we have lunch?
We had lunch at the 2nd Street Bean on 2nd Street in Columbia.
And it is delicious. It's so good. We just had lunch. We're talking about your story. I know you said you started with 4.
We did. We started, Mark Rogers was our co-founder, his wife Amelia, and our friend Jeannie Sutherland. And right now, unfortunately, we have 3 because Amelia passed away about 1.5 years ago. So we really struggled with deciding if we were going to continue that on, and we knew she'd be very angry with us if we didn't. Amelia had a love for what we do as well, and so she still travels with us.
What a legacy.
Absolutely.
I absolutely agree with what you're saying. So I know you and Mark are the main ones that do the stories. You go out to the places and you blog about them. You're still in Mississippi. This has taken Mark to Alabama.
Yeah, Mark is the new managing editor at the Greenville Advocate, and he has taken on a new role over there, but he's really opened up our territory.
Right.
We get to be in Montgomery and Birmingham and different places that we never really were going to get a chance to go. And so we're excited
thought you were going to.
That we didn't think we'd get to. So Mark is actually hard at work today, working a state championship. But I think he's going to find something good to eat while he's there.
I bet he will. So when you're looking at stories, and I know you're like me. People give us ideas. We get inbox messages all the time. Hey, what about this story? What about this person? Which really helps. Where do you get your inspiration from as far as your places? Like I Google a lot.
Right, I do too.
And I'll go to that thing called yourstate.com.
Yes,
That's a great place. Where do you look?
I do Google a lot. If I know with book signings, if I know a book signing is going to take me to Waynesboro, Mississippi, then I'm on Google and I'm looking at Waynesboro to see what do I need to eat there, what can I eat, and what do I need to see when we're there. But as far as when we just head out and travel, usually we've been invited to either come eat or to experience an event, and we build our entire itinerary around that day.
Oh, wow.
But we like to find the places and the things that maybe you're not familiar with. Maybe you didn't know they had slug burgers in Corinth, Mississippi, or maybe you didn't know there's a POW camp, in Mississippi. So we try to find the places that are popular, that we think could be very popular, but are tourists. We really want to promote tourism in the South, and especially in Mississippi.
Wow, I love that. And as I'm traveling over here, I'm on a two-lane road, which that's not a lot of fun, but actually it was a beautiful drive.
It is a beautiful drive. I know you came in and through Simpson County and then through Jeff Davis County and Marion.
Girl, don't give me counties, give me cities. I turned right at Mendenhall.
And then you came to Prentice, and then you came to Columbia. So, and it's funny, with you not ever been to Columbia, we brought you in the direction that we thought best showcased our town, and and so we're very proud of Columbia, and we're very proud of our downtown, and we're excited to have you here today.
It is really beautiful, and if you ever come this way, the Bean restaurant's really good, but they have a couple other things too, and she'll probably tell us about that in a few minutes. As we're sitting and talking a few minutes ago, you know, you're always inspired and motivated by people, and you really have motivated me to do my job better, to promote, you know, more things and do more things. But you said something that really stuck out to me. I don't know if you know it or not, but when we're talking about how can you afford to do this? Because most people think, I can't do that. I can't travel like that. I can't go places like that because it's too much money. The whole point of what we do and what she does is to find things that are family friendly, that you can afford. So what your response was, it's not about the money.
It's about the memories. And that was something really big when we started this, is we wanted to be able to make memories with our closest friends. You know, we wanted to give other people an opportunity to also make those memories. And when Amelia did pass, that gave us that, you know, that opportunity to say, we're glad we did it. We're glad we traveled 25,000 miles last year. We're, you know, and really we're road warriors. But I would much rather be completely broke and be wealthy with a million memories than vice versa. So get out there. Life's too short. So.
It's about the experience. We talked about, you know, splitting meals.
Yeah.
I know when Cindy Coucher and I travel, we'll split hotel room. We'll split meals. If we stay in a hotel, we'll split it. You can go somewhere. We're talking about your 5 to 10 mile radius.
Yeah.
I mean, you would not believe if you would just look outside your, you know, 5 to 10 mile radius, and that's kind of what y'all started doing. Yeah. And then it got bigger, it got across the state, or wherever you can travel back in one day. It's easy to do. It's about the experience. There are so many great things around you, and what I love is that a lot of the places right here, I've been in Mississippi. Well, I was born and raised here. I moved to Alabama for 17 years and moved back. Right. Some of the things you're talking about, I had never heard of.
Right.
So that's what this is about.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, we got a phone call from Camp Shelby in Hattiesburg. And growing up here, we always knew that there was a military installation, but never did I think it was public. And so we were invited to come in, take photographs, tour the museum, which has the Mississippi Military Museum is there.
Oh, wow.
And it's completely free.
And, oh, wow.
And so
off of 49?
Off of 49.
Okay,
and they also have an All Ranks Club, which is a restaurant there that is also open to the public. And so it's little things like that. Like, you know, I've been here all my life and never knew I could go there and explore. And that's exactly what we did. So those are the kind of places we're trying to put on the map and make people realize 30 minutes away you can go hang out at a military base all day.
And what a way to teach your kids.
Oh my gosh. They
it's
get
about
to
the
see
experience.
History come alive, truly come alive. So.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, I love that, and I love what you do. Follow them they're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn's under my name, Brandi Perry, but definitely follow us. If you have any suggestions, send them our way.
Yeah, y'all will learn so much. I mean, she posts several times a day, and I go back. You're one of the pages that I follow because I'm always wanting to learn.
Right.
You stop learning, you stop living.
You do.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
And we love having suggestions. I know before lunch we had a couple of places that had said when you come back you have to try this or you have to do this, and that's what we love. I mean, send them our way. I have a list. When people message us and I'll say it's on the list, and a lot of people are like, I'm sure thinking, what kind of list is she talking about? But I have a running list on my computer of bucket list places that people have sent us. And
that is awesome.
And we may not ever get to all of them, but we'll try.
Yeah. Well, it's just 2 of them right now.
Right.
And that's what makes it fun.
It does.
But the places you can't get to, you can still write about them.
Absolutely.
And you do, and I love that. Because even though I live an hour and 50 minutes away, someone in Hattiesburg may not know about this slug burger somewhere.
That's right.
Because I certainly didn't. I love learning. And the whole goal, like we said, with what Backroads and Burgers does is to promote the South and the positive things that we have in it. Runs parallel with what we do too. Except we do live videos, and by the way, this is her first.
Yeah,
and she's doing great. She's doing great. But it's just a way to find out information, and I love it. So, what's on your agenda? What's your next big thing that you want to do?
Well, I do want to get to Corinth to try one of those slug burgers. We're actually going to be working with a couple of campgrounds in the area this summer to promote their cabins and their summer programs, and so we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. But
you were telling me story. I love when they tell us a story about an experience they've had that stood out. You were telling me a story about ending up at the dead end of a church.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us that story. How did you get there?
It was our first trip to Rodney, Mississippi. So Rodney used to be a river town. Rodney is in the western part of the state. And at one point it had 3 hotels, a saloon, a school, all these different things, and was actually 4 votes away from being the state capital of Mississippi.
Wow.
Sadly, yellow fever came, the river changed course, and Rodney died. So we were in Lorman, Mississippi, and Lorman is on Highway 61, and we stopped at the Old Country Store, and that's actually the name of the place, is the Old Country Store. And Mr. D owns the Old Country Store. Best fried chicken you've ever had in your life. I will swear by it. If y'all go, take me with you. I'll go with you. And so we were eating, and we asked him, how do you get to Rodney? And he pointed down this dirt road, and he said, you go that way until you run into a church. And so we're thinking 5-6 minutes. 21 miles later, on a dirt road, we run into downtown Rodney, which only 2 churches remain, but one of those was shelled during the Civil War, and one has been flooded numerous times. But the groups around Rodney, the historical groups, have purchased one of the churches, or re-renovating it, and have done a really good job. But it's those little stories that stick out to me.
And that's open to the public to look at?
It's open to the public. It's an amazing place. Now the river sits about a quarter mile away from the town, but it still gets flooded, unfortunately.
Right now.
Right now. It's taking on water, but it's one of our favorite places. The history there is just something that really, really needs to be told, and hopefully that's something we can delve into more.
I love that. That's awesome. As we travel this journey, we're on the road, and we're by ourselves sometimes, and sometimes we feel uneasy, and sometimes we get out to take photos and we don't look around us. And as far as like, I'll stop on the side of the road and take a picture of a weird looking tree, or something like that. She was up in our neck of the woods, which my neck of the woods, y'all know I live in Madison, Mississippi, which is Madison County, right by Hines. We're a metroplex, Rankin County, Madison, Hines. And she was on Highway 51. She and Mark, they were traveling. They were going to go do a story. And they pulled off the side of the road. And she was so excited for what she saw, she did not look around her. Tell us that story. I had to tell that.
The church, I believe it was called St. Anne's. It had been moved from Neshoba County. It was on private property. And so we didn't see a sign that said no trespassing. So we just busted up on this property. And thankfully the owners were fantastic, and we're close friends with them now. But I was
the thing about the South is if they're home and you pop on their property, they're going to come out and check you out. Everybody's so nosy.
They are, and not to be ugly.
They're not going to shoot at you. They just want to know what you're doing.
And I was trying to get the sunset with the steeple, and I was propped up on some old bricks and didn't think much of it. And we heard what we sounded like a gas leak. And so we checked to see if the church had gas. It did not. And we soon discovered that I was on a rattlesnake in the brick. And I knew then that I would my life would end in northern Madison County, and it would be to a rattlesnake bite. So thankfully, I was able to get away with my life and what was left of my heart, and have a fun story to tell about it now. So watch where you're sitting, watch where you're walking.
And that's the fun part.
That is the fun part.
Journaling your own journey.
Absolutely.
Share. When she told me that story, I said, she didn't know it. I said, I have to have that, because it is what it takes to bring all these stories to you is time, passion, and the love of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I can tell that through all of your posts, just sitting and getting to know you today here in Columbia, Mississippi.
Yes.
I can't wait to see where you take us in this journey throughout the South over the next 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, there's big things hopefully coming. And if there's not big things, I'll still be doing this in 20 years. So.
There's big things in the little things.
There are, and those big things sometimes don't mean quite as much as the little things do.
That's right, exactly. And sometimes you stumble on things, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah, and this is probably not something that many people know about. And we actually just made the announcement, but one of those little things has culminated into a large thing.
What is it?
Backroads and Burgers is working on a nonfiction book called Backroads of Mississippi that will highlight our stories and places that we've gone. So now you've heard it officially.
You just never know where this is going to take you when you bring positive.
That's right.
And inspiration to people.
That's right.
To people's lives. I know that you're doing a radio show now.
Yeah, special thanks to WCJU here in Columbia. Backroads and Burgers has a radio show every Friday morning, 10 to 11. And if you're on our Backroads and Burgers Facebook page, you can actually watch it live. And we're averaging somewhere around 5,000 views a week on that. So
wow.
we have and that's just another avenue for us to tell the stories of things that you need to get out and see and do in the South. So
wow, that is awesome.
It is. We're having a lot of fun with it.
I mean, would you have ever thought of that 2 years ago?
Absolutely not. And when it got brought up before Mark left Columbia, he and I were both on the program. And the host said, we've got to make this a permanent thing. This is too much fun. We got to do this. And so it's just me, but Mark is going to be calling in some and talking about, because Alabama is celebrating their bicentennial this year.
Right.
And so he'll be on the show a good bit as well. So.
Wow, that is awesome.
It is.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's just, that's just huge.
Thank you.
Just by doing something you love and promoting what you love.
Never know what it'll bring.
So y'all follow Backroads and Burgers on all of the social media pages. I linked their website on here, and tomorrow I will link their Facebook stuff. They have some cool things. Message them. Share her stories. Because people in Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama, they didn't know what Mississippi offers too.
Right, absolutely.
Just like vice versa, when they start and I start going to Alabama, we'll be doing that. So somebody said hi to you. Danny Perry.
Hi, Danny. Good to see you.
I had to say hey because it was to her. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us. We love telling stories, and we love promoting people who tell the stories. And the thing that you're going to see on Backroads and Burgers, and I was going to tell that this is how people work. I posted a little Instagram that I was on my way here. I was on a back road looking for a burger. And I've had about 25 inbox messages, and I promise you, they're like, you need to go to this burger place, you need to go to this burger place. And I was thinking, I can't wait for them to see actually what my Backroads and Burgers was.
Right, absolutely. I'm it.
So we will definitely be keeping in contact with
Absolutely.
you. We love watching you. We want to be a part of what you're doing, and we thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
and
so
y'all,
much.
we want to thank the Marion County
Chamber of Commerce and Marion County Development Partnership. That's where we're at today, and we're taking up some of their space, and we're thankful for that.
And when I walked in the door, there's a big section that's all kinds of literature for their city and things around them. So if you want to come here, that's the first place you should go anywhere is a chamber. Absolutely. And see what they have, or call, or go on their website and see what they have to offer. We love free things. Yes. We all love free things, especially when we can see things and experience. It's about the experience.
It is.
So check them out. If you're in this area, pop in here, get some literature, tell them where you saw this, share this post with people. We want people to know what we do. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We could not do this without our sponsors. Northpark, Ridgeland, Mississippi. If you've not been to the new Northpark, you need to go. It's beautiful, family friendly. Y'all, they have all kinds of things to do for your kids. Shop, the eatery is great. You've got to go see it. Support our indoor. It's the biggest indoor mall in Mississippi, I believe. They've done a great job. Also, Kim Goodson with Crye-Leike Realtors. She's a broker and a realtor for all your home needs, whether you're selling or buying. She is my personal realtor, and she also is about the experience with her.
Oh yeah.
When you go look at a house with her, be prepared to laugh the whole time, because that's just the way that it is. She's funny, she's articulate, but she's very smart. I want to say she got top agent of the year, I think 7 or 8 times with Crye-Leike in our area. Also, BMARKETED. If you're looking for any promotional products for your business, their website's on this link. Check them out. That's Balt. We love Balt and all the things that he does. Hang on, y'all. Can't do it with my sheet of paper. Also, Village Boutique in Madison, Mississippi. They will send you anything that you want in the United States, not worldwide, in the United States. They have some of the most beautiful ladies' clothing and shoes. They have the latest update. You know, any kind of fashion. She's always looking. She's always going. Check out their social media pages too. But we want to thank them for sponsoring our vlog. We could not do them without us. So y'all stay tuned. Check out Backroads and Burgers and Backroads and Burgers too, because we love that too. I don't know why I'm stuck on that, because I hadn't had a backyard burger in a long time, but I do love them.
Apparently you need one now.
Apparently I do. Bunless.
Bunless.
Because I'm low carb.
That's right.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you around the town.